Um, what I wanted to bring today was a real mindfulness and awareness around us, all of us, being in the pause, being caught in the kind of middle of nowhere-ness, really, though we don't, every day is different. Every day we don't really know what's coming and that kind of thing. I'm going to read, what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of mindfulness and, excuse me, and get in touch with our body and see what, a bit of quiet, we'll see what's happening in our body, we'll see what's happening in our mind. If anybody would love to comment to say hi, let me know that they're hearing, that would be fantastic. If at any time you want to comment during the video, please let me know. I'm going to do some mindfulness, some body work, going to do a few little things. It'll take 15-20 minutes. I'm going to read another David Whyte poem, and just be aware of how that affects our body and how our thoughts kind of go with that. So let's begin, hey? Let's get going. I've delayed enough, and I'm sorry about that. So let's get going. Just sit comfortably. Just feel, whether you're lying down or sitting. Sometimes Sunday morning you might fall back into sleep if you're lying down. But if you're sitting up, just comfortably sit and with your feet on the floor, and just have an awareness of the heaviness of your tailbone really on the chair. And just feel your body sitting in the chair. Feel your body and allow your body to be. Feel your feet on the floor. And maybe feel the ground underneath you, whether it's soft or hard. Maybe feeling the socks or the shoes around your feet. You might want your eyes to be open and a nice gaze in front of you. You might want them to be closed. Just meet yourself where you are right now in this moment. Not about what you think you should be doing, what you think other people might be doing. Where you are right now at this moment. Sit in a way that helps you to focus. Sit in a way that helps you to be comfortable but not fall asleep. Sit in a way that enables your posture to be solid and strong. Be in a way that enables your mind to quiet just a little bit for just a moment. And during this practice, there will be times when your mind, you think of something, and that's normal and natural. And when you realise that you're thinking about something else, just simply go, oh, okay, and come back to your breath, or come back to the words that I'm saying. Easy. So today's practice is about awareness and being aware of what our body is doing, what our mind is thinking in this time, without judgment, without worry about my mind's gone and my body's feeling this. It's just simply awareness. It's being able to sit in the stillness and being able to get to know yourself a little bit. Getting to know yourself, how you are right now in this moment. Not yesterday, not 5 minutes ago, not tomorrow. It's about how you are right now in this very moment. With each new breath that you take, you might be feeling slightly different with each new breath that you take. And so with that, I'm just letting you know I've got some beautiful big piece of rose quartz here. Beautiful heart holding energy. Beautiful. And I'm just holding this here for all of us. So wherever you find yourself in the moment, find your breath. Notice your breath coming in and out. Have a soft gaze in front of you, or close your eyes. And simply feel your breath coming in and out. Feel your breath coming in and out. Feel your breath coming in and out, with no judgment, no thinking behind it. Oh, I'm not breathing deeply enough, or whatever. But notice, let's simply notice your lungs rising and falling. Notice your belly rising and falling. Notice the air coming in through your nostrils. Wherever your awareness lands in your breath, just be there. Wherever your mind, your body and your spirit, wherever it takes you in your breath, be there. Be aware of where you are right now, with no judgment. Just be there. There might be noises around you, as there are noises around me at the moment. The house is alive with other people, and just allow those noises to be. Just let them be and bring your breath, your awareness back to your breath. And now I just want you to have a whole body awareness. We're not going to do a body scan, go from point to point, but just a whole body awareness. And just notice how your body is. Just notice, is there any tension? Notice if there's any pain. Notice if there's any twitching or pulsing. And even notice if you notice nothing. Whatever you notice in your body right now, that's where you are right now. It's neither good nor bad. And as you notice, you might be noticing your shoulders or your back or your calves. You might be noticing your scalp, your eyes, your ears. Whatever part of your body you're noticing, let that be. And bring your awareness to the rest of your body and see what's there. Bring your awareness back to the rest of your body and notice. And notice. Some parts of your body might be shouting at you, as they often are. And we're often aware of those shouts, the pain, the tension, and sometimes we're not aware of it. Sometimes we just ignore it. And so now's the time to be aware of that, but without judgment and without even wanting to move it. Hold your breath in those places. Hold your breath in your body. And simply be aware. Be aware. Be aware. Allow your mind, your body and spirit to be present right now. With this breath that comes in, how is your body different from the last? Are you feeling maybe nothing? That's okay. Are you feeling pain? Sometimes that's not okay. But just be aware where you are. Notice the thoughts that come in as you notice your body. Be aware of what thoughts come or an emotion that comes as you feel that part of your body. And become aware and notice that our thoughts, our feelings, and our body are linked, so that we can't think without our body feeling it. We can't feel an emotion without a thought attached to that or our body feeling it too. And so that creates the habit. Our mind, our body, our feeling. That is the habit. And in this time where we're quiet, it's time to notice our habits of thought and feeling and in our body. I'm just going to read a poem by David Whyte as you sit quietly being aware of your breath and how your body feels right now. And I'm going to read this poem. It's called Finisterre. And it's about a lady's journey on a pilgrim walk. And at the very end of the pilgrim walk, she was asked to leave something behind. And on a pilgrim walk, you have very little. You have a backpack and only the things that you need. But part of this is about the journey that's taken each one of us to get here right now in this very moment. Your life up until this point, your life to this point. And have that in your awareness. Have that in your mind, in your body, in your spirit, in your body. Your journey with all its light and shade and shadow, with all its joy and its tragedy. All of it mixed in together. Finisterre by David Whyte. Your mind might go somewhere, by the way, your mind might go somewhere. Just bring it back to your breath, bring it back to the words that I'm saying. Finisterre by David Whyte. The road in the end, taking the path the sun had taken, into the western sea and the moon rising behind you, as you stood where ground turned to ocean. No way to your future now but the way your shadow could take. Walking before you across water, going where shadows go. No way to make sense of a world that wouldn't let you pass, except to call an end to the way you had come. To take out each frayed letter you had brought and light their illumined corners, and to read them as they drifted in the late western light. To empty your bags, to sort this, and to leave that. To promise what you needed, to promise all along, and to abandon the shoes that brought you here, right at the water's edge, not because you had given up, but because now you would find a different way to tread, and because through it all, part of you would still walk on, no matter how, over the waves. And so bring your attention to your body right now as you hear the words, abandon the shoes that brought you here. Not because you've given up, but because now you would find a different way to tread. And so we find in ourselves a feeling, a thought, an emotion of leaving behind something that we've brought with us on our journey. Something that is old, that is heavy, that we can leave behind from this moment. And as we think of that very thought about leaving something behind, what do you feel in your body? Be aware. Is it a heaviness in your shoulders? Is it a lightness that you feel? Maybe your belly's going raw. Maybe somehow you're feeling tense in your hips. You might have noticed a thought that comes to you as we think about leaving something behind, something that we've carried with us and kept us going through our journey, but now it's time to let go. It might be a thought, it might be a feeling, it might be it's time to let go of the guilt you've been carrying. It might be time to let go of the self-loathing. It might be time to let go of the fear. It might be time to let go of the shoes, the old battered shoes that you've been wearing. It's time to bring and wear and let new shoes carry you. new shoes that are shining. And will take you on a path wherever you need to go, wherever these shoes will take you. How does that feel when you think of that in your body? What thoughts come to your mind? And there is no judgment in this. It's about being aware, simple awareness and getting to know yourself in your mind, your body and spirit. And even an awareness and a knowing of where the courage you need, where that needs to be placed. The courage that we all need to leave behind old things, to leave behind old feelings, old thoughts, old body sensations. The courage we need to leave them and move into the new age, into the new you. And I'm going to read the poem again. And as you know the words, you've heard them already. Notice the words and notice what reaches you, what touches your heart, what touches the part of you that will bring you some courage. Finisterre by David Whyte. The road in the end, taking the path the sun had taken, into the western sea and the moon rising behind you, as you stood where ground turned to ocean. No way to your future now but the way your shadow could take, walking before you across water, going where shadows go. No way to make sense of a world that wouldn't let you pass, except to call an end to the way you had come, to take out each frayed letter you had bought and light their illumined corners, and to read them as they drifted in the late western light, to empty your bags, to sort this and that, to sort this and to leave that, to promise what you needed to promise all along, and to abandon the shoes that brought you here right at the water's edge, not because you had given up, but because now you would find a different way to tread. And because through it all, part of you would still walk on, no matter how, over the waves. The road in the end taking the path the sun had taken, into the western sea and the moon rising behind you, as you stood where ground turned to ocean. No way to your future now but the way your shadow could take, walking before you across water, going where shadows go. No way to make sense of a world that wouldn't let you pass, except to call an end to the way you had come, to take out each frayed letter you had brought and light their illumined corners, and to read them as they drifted on the late western light, to empty your bags, to sort this and to leave that, to promise what you needed to promise all along, and to abandon the shoes that brought you here, right at the water's edge, not because you had given up, but because now you would find a different way to tread, and because through it all, part of you would still walk on, no matter how, over the waves. And take a few beautiful deep breaths and just notice how your body sits. Just notice You notice thoughts that came into your mind. Notice a feeling and emotion that came. How are your shoulders feeling right now? How's your jaw? How are your hips, your knees, your scalp? How is your body feeling right now with the words around you soaking into your cells about promising what you always needed to promise all along? Promising yourself what you needed to promise all along. And abandoning the shoes that brought you here, right now. Because you can find a different way to tread. You can still walk on, no matter how, over the waves. To empty your bags, to sort this and leave that. How does your body feel? What thoughts come to you about sorting this and leaving that? Where in your body do you need the courage to sort this and leave that? What part of your body is crying out? Your body is crying out for your courage, even to be aware, to listen and be aware. And sometimes we might even need, thanks Sarah, and sometimes we might even need to know if that feeling is pleasant or unpleasant or neutral. And sometimes if it's unpleasant, we might still need to sit with it and hold it and find comfortableness somehow in the unpleasant. And so I leave you now as we come back into your space. We leave that feeling of our body and we go into our days, whatever your day is bringing to you. May you have courage in your bones, courage in your thoughts, courage to empty your bags, to sort this and leave that, to promise yourself what you promised all along, the promise of your heart, the promise of your creative heart, the courage to abandon the shoes that brought you here, right now. And abandoning them not because you're giving up. And even not even because they're too old. But simply because you know now that there's a different way and a new way to walk. That you can still walk on, no matter how, over the waves. And so take that with you today. Offer that to someone else today. Offer someone else a new way. A lighter you. May your day be fab. Thanks for joining me. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks for being here, and may your Sunday, your sacred Sunday, be filled with courage and a beautiful heart. Maybe we can help others abandon their old shoes too. If you'd like to know more about what I do in clinic as a kinesiologist, my website is www.interbalancekinesiology.com.au, or simply send me a message here on Facebook. Thanks a lot.